I love this film. During the film, a viewer may think, well, this is a little weird, but I'll continue. You'll think about it for days afterward. This bone has lots of flesh, has plenty to say about current culture and humanity without preaching. Ari Aster. Disturbing pictures enrich the plot. The movie's beauty keeps you watching despite the insanity. Music, costumes, camera work, set design, cinematography, and cinema all contribute. Midsommar's dispute tells you something worth your time, but watch it during the day due to its unpleasant nature. Visually stunning and engaging plot. Psychedelics enhance this film's experience. This film's visual effects capture the characters' emotions well. This film's paintings, walls, and trees all serve the story. The film's realistic gore effects were shown up close and in bright illumination, unlike most others. Stick with the film until the finish to feel for the female protagonist. The film has breathtaking visuals with terrible violence and death. The film shows this remarkable difference. Despite its cheerful facade, the tribe has dark, deadly inclinations. The closing scene, in which the main female character is helpless, broke my heart. I wondered what happened to her. Well shot. Disturbing times occur. I wouldn't recommend this movie for kids or weak stomachs. This film has several positive online reviews. This is considered even better than Hereditary, Aster's previous work. I think seeing this film is like a trip. Midsommar has more visual psychedelic variation in 10 minutes than the latest generic horror films based on jump scares. Hereditary is still better. Hereditary is the best horror picture of the decade. Hereditary fans will appreciate Midsommar as well. Hereditary, however, had a more ordered plot that resolved many early details. The main character's activities are shaped by mother-son friction caused by the family's tragedy. Hereditary's sinister title is fitting. Midsommar also has cliches like a terrible family background and conflict between the film's romantic leads. They're less productive. I was captivated by the magnificent sights, yet the tale felt unfinished. Except for the black guy and his Swedish partner, the characters' intentions were illogical. This story has two categories of minor characters, the scholar and the comic. Being a graduate student, I must imagine the protagonists as PhD candidates. Apart from William Jackson Harper, the cast looks significantly younger. The criticism is modest. Graphics are arguably the best. The film's intriguing camera work, which fluidly warps space and time, sells the idea that it's a Swedish cult acid trip. No surprises. The idea that this acid trip is just the start of lunacy and terror frightens. Danny Arter, an American student of psychology, suffers severe PTSD after her sister commits murder-suicide by poisoning the family with carbon monoxide. The encounter causes even more tension between Danny and her partner of 4 years, Christian, a student of cultural anthropology. She finds out that Christian, Mark, and Josh, 3 of her fellow students in Sweden, have been invited by their mutual friend Pell to celebrate Midsummer at the Herga, Pell's ancestors' communal farm. Josh, who is researching European midsummer celebrations for his thesis, recognizes this event as a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Christian had planned to split up with Danny before the catastrophe with her family, therefore he had not told her about the trip. He grudgingly invites her after they have a disagreement. As they get at the commune, they meet Simon and Connie, a London couple who Pell's brother and Jim are invited. He gives out magic mushrooms to the gathering, and Danny has a horrific trip on them, with visions of her dead family. The gang arrives in time to see 2 elders commit ritual suicide by jumping off a cliff and into the rocks below in what is known as a test tupa ceremony. When one of the elders survives the fall, the other members of the commune imitate his cries of pain and then execute him with a swift blow to the head. Siv, a commune elder, tries to reassure Connie and Simon by saying that everyone in the commune receives this distinction when they turn 72. Christian, annoyed by Josh's theft of his idea, chooses to base his thesis on the Herga commune as well. Danny tries to leave because the rituals are bothering her, but Pell talks her into staying. When his parents died in a fire, he was left an orphan, and the commune became his new family. Connie and Simon apparently want to depart and are driven separately to a nearby train station. Christian learned during his thesis study that foreigners are occasionally invited into the commune for mating purposes in order to prevent incest. He is offered and urged to take part, but he declines. Mark, having unknowingly urinated on a sacred tree, is enticed away from the group by a female member of the commune. After being warned by an elder not to do so, Josh gets up in the middle of the night and discreetly photographs one of the commune's holy scriptures. When Josh is caught and distracted by a figure dressed in the skinned face of Mark's corpse, he suffers a fatal blow to the head and is hauled away. Later that day, Christian and Danny are both pressured into using a hallucinogenic substance. Danny competes in a maple dancing contest and emerges victorious. The older, naked women of the Hurga observe and imitate Madge's cries while Christian is sedated and takes part in a copulation ceremony meant to impregnate her. Danny gets a panic attack after seeing the ceremony, and the women of the commune encircle her while they make mock-up noises. A naked Christian tries to run away after the ritual. After being attacked by a blood eagle, he investigates and finds Josh's severed leg in a flower bed, and Simon's body on display in a barn. The elder then paralyzes Christian. In order to rid the commune of its evil, the authorities have decided to perform 9 human sacrifices as part of the closing ritual. Pell and Ingemmer's first 4 victims, Mark, Josh, Simon, and Connie, are strangers, but the following 4 must be members of the commune themselves. Danny, in her role as May Queen, must decide whether to sacrifice a Christian or a member of the community. Christian is the one she chooses to sacrifice, so the bear is disemboweled and his body is stuffed into the temple's triangular wooden chamber together with other victims. Christian is unable to move as the other members of the commune who will be sacrificed are given medications to make them experience no fear or pain. The building is set on fire, and the villagers act out the agonized cries of people within. Danny cries out in shock and anguish at first, but soon finds herself smiling.